Hello folks, welcome to Lester's Custom Truck Shop. Jeff J in Virginia. We're looking at the inside of your custom DX959. You can see, if I can find it, there it is, the 15 kilohertz wide filter that replaced the 25 kilohertz wide filter. Okay, the second final. And I've changed the finals. The driver is a RL520. The two finals are the FQP 13N10s for a little bit more output. Okay. And of course there's your upgraded filter, power input filter. And down underneath there, you can see your 10-out protection diode. Okay, I'll show you something on the bottom of the board here in just a minute about that diode. There's your upgrade for your voltage regulator, 4700 microfarad 25 volt, your LC5304. Okay. Now on the protection diode, it wouldn't be much useful if it burned up the runs if the power cord got shorted out. So you notice what I've done, I took the diode lead, the heavy diode lead, and ran it back here. Sorry about that. And ran it back here to where the actual power lead comes into the board. Okay. So basically the power lead is connected almost directly to the lead of the diode. Same thing with the negative side. Right there is where the power lead, the ground lead comes into the board. I'm sorry. I think I got those reversed. This is the ground lead. This is the power lead. Okay. That's the big lead coming in from the diode. It's going right over where the power lead comes into the board. Okay, same thing with the ground. Right where the ground wire comes to the board, that's where the diode lead is. Okay, so the actual diode lead will be conducting the current, not the PC runs, not the thin little runs on the board. Okay, and yes, I have been doing that to all of them. Alright, you can see there's got plenty of heat sink on the transistors. Heat sink compound rather. And there's your heat sink. And I also use heat sink compound between it and the radio. That white stuff in there. Okay. Alright, I'm putting the finishing touches on it. I'll be back. Okay, Jeff, there's your amp relay. I know you didn't order a 175 or a 350 to go with this radio, but if you decide to add an amp, this will be the control wire right here. I'll have some heat shrink over the end of it to make sure it doesn't short out to anything else. I'm getting ready to put some hot glue over the contacts there so they can't touch anything. And I'll put some hot glue around the relay to make sure it doesn't move. Okay, but it'll be all wired up for the amp when you get ready to do one. And if you want to use an external amp, you just run the control wire through one of the holes here in the back, tie it into this wire. This wire will provide 8 volts on transmit. Okay, 8 volts on transmit. Got to be low current, but it'll operate a relay in an external amp. Great if you're using an amp on sideband. The amp will stay keyed up in between the pauses in your voice if your amp doesn't have the SSB or capacitor built into it for the delay. Okay, there it is. I'll put some hot glue on it and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. Okay, Jeff, there it is with the hot glue on it. I don't think I showed you that yet. There's the lead coming off of it that supplies the 8 volts for keying an amp. Okay, if you use an external amp, I would recommend the Texas Star 500. And make sure your technician that sets up your Texas Star knows how to use the a relay key wire. Alright, you can pass it through one of these holes back here, put a little heat shrink around it so that it doesn't chafe. And we're about done. There's all the wiring tied down nice and neat. There's your LC5304. And ready to put the covers back on it, and faceplate and all that stuff. So I'll get some more video when that's finished. Hello folks, welcome to Lester's Custom Truck Shop. James J in Virginia. This is your custom DX959. It has all the standard features with the exception of an SX or RFX. Okay, it has a squat scan, scans up, scans down. Okay, it also has the amp switch, so if you add an amp to the radio later on, you can control it from the front. Okay, CSS switch all the way over to the right. That's band and channel. Each channel, or each band, has 45 channels in it, 1 through 45. Okay, way up into, and that's your lowest frequency. That's your highest. Okay, lowest, highest. Now, of course, if you don't have an amateur license, do not transmit in the 10 meter band. That's common sense. Okay. Alright, now I didn't have room on the back for the serial number tag. Okay, so I glued the serial number onto the top right rear corner of the covers. Okay, I peeled that plastic, that clear plastic crap off because I wanted to put that on there, and I also needed to put the warranty stickers on the radio. Okay, now this gray or white looking tape that's around the front, I wouldn't leave that on there too long. I put it on there on the bench to protect the chrome in your bezel. Okay, so when you get it, go ahead and peel that tape off of it after you try it out and you're sure that everything's working okay. Alright, I just wouldn't leave it on there for a couple of weeks or so, you know, just go ahead and get it off. Alright, and let's see, that's pretty much it. I think I've showed you everything on the inside of the radio. Right now I'm connected to an outside antenna. Out of south of the border stuff.
521, shit, what's up? How you doing today there? Come on. Great. Just got done leaving. She's dancing all around you, no doubt about that, right? sorry. You know, like when usually don't hear you that good, but well, you jumped right up on top of that traffic and heard what you had to say. No doubt about it. You guys have a good one on the 3-2 now. Come on, make it fun, make it fun.
Takes all kinds.
TQ David X-ray, 9 November Alpha 449, 9 November Alpha 449, 2RZ. 27585, 27585 for contact, thank you. CQDX, CQ David X-ray, CQDX, 9 November Alpha 449, 9 November Alpha 449, 2RZ.
But anyway, you see the receiver's working really well. I'll go back down to 38 and switch to internal so we can see the S meter calibration. Here it is on lower side band. There's AM. I like to check it on 38 because that's a little closer to the center of all of your frequencies. Okay. All right. Let me switch on my 2970 and get on channel 38. We'll start off with AM, and I am on a dummy load. Okay. Turn the RF gain way down. Hello, test 1 2 1 2 test. Audio testing, testing audio. Audio test, test audio, audio testing. Now I'm switched internal to my B and K there, and the 2970 is connected to an external antenna. So that external antenna is picking up your radio from the outside. Audio, audio, audio. I'm on the, well, you see that the scales are multiplied by 2. So we're looking at that center scale there. That's the 100 watt scale. Audio. Showing about 36, 38 watts of swing. Okay. Now let's switch it to the bird. And I've got 100 watt slugs in these. Okay. There's AM. Audio test, test audio. 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio test. Okay, let's see. It's about, what is that? About 12 watts. Audio, hello audio. About 12 watts average power. Let me switch to ×2 on this. Audio, audio 1 2 3 3 2 1. Audio, audio test, audio, audio test. Right at 50 watts there. Audio, audio testing, testing audio, audio test. A little over 50 watts. Okay. And let's switch to sideband. Audio. Let's see, what am I on? Lower side. Audio. And I'm off frequency. Audio. Audio test audio, audio testing, audio. Audio test audio. Right around 50 watts on sideband forward swing. Now that is peak power. The meter on the right reads peak power, the meter on the left reads average power, okay? And this little meter right here, it says that it's on the 50 watt range, but you need to multiply that by 2. Okay, so we're actually on the bottom scale there where it says 100 or 10 is 100. Audio test audio test. Now of course I don't expect that meter to be as accurate as these. Both of these are bird meters. Okay, the bird pickup thing with the slug in it is laying behind this. But you got plenty of power on this radio, and it sounds good. Audio test audio. Audio 1 2 3 3 2 1 audio test. And right there is where the mark is on the clarifier, right? I guess you get the leg of the R and the I is center slot. Okay, on 385. All right, let's do some squelch scan. I'm gonna switch it back to the antenna. See, did I switch it back to the antenna? No, I didn't. Alright, switch back to AM. We're going to scan down. I'm going to set the squelch. Try to set the squelch. Band's awful noisy today. Go back up now. And if it stops on one place and you want it to continue on, just click the channel selector in the direction that you're scanning, and it'll skip over that one and go to the next channel. He's putting out a little bit of power. Okay. Alright, I've already showed you the CSS switch all the way over to the right. That's band, that's channel. Make sure channel selector change the band for you instead of having a separate band button or band switch. Okay. It lets it change the band for you. Alright. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything. Jeff, I certainly hope you enjoy the radio. It was my pleasure to build it for you. 73s.